It's that guy. It's knotlocks. I'm here. We're doing a really quick video on dreadlock mold. So make sure you stay tuned, stay subscribed. It's the best in daily knotlock content. Like I said, this video's got to be really quick because I'm about to head out the door and I wanted to get this off my chest because it's a reach out for the Knot Nation community here to help out a fellow locker, because if I procrastinate in this video, he might not get the direction needed to take on his locks. But as you have I've said, this video is about dreadlock mold. If you are aware of my latest set of dreads are new because my last locks I cut off due to mold. Mold is like the #1 killer of dreadlocks, if you haven't been aware of this, but a lot of people don't pay any mind to it. It seems to slip through the nooks and crannies a little too often. So what happened here is on Instagram, King MC Fresh reached out to me. He says, I really need help. I've had my dreads for a year and a half. About 2 months ago, a lady twisted and braided my hair while it was wet. I left the braids in for about 2 weeks, and when I took the braids out, I noticed I have mold growing in my dreads. I've been using ACV and tea tree oil for the last month, and the mold is still here. Is there anything I can do to save my dreads, or is it just over now? Please respond. He kind of caught me off guard, so all I said was I wasn't really sure. Send me some pics. I wanted to see what the kind of mold was he was looking at here, and I told him I'd make a video on it, but he says please do. It'd be heartbreaking if he had to cut his hair. He apple cider vinegar soaks them every Wednesday for about 30 minutes. For some reason I don't have any smell when wet or dry. I think I'm going to try until my birthday in February to get rid of it. If it's not gone by then, I'll chop it and start over. Hopefully I make a video. That's why I'm doing this now. So he said he's been doing it for the past month, once a week for the past month. There's 4 apple cider vinegar rinses in the past month. I'm not too sure if that's gonna completely get rid of the mold, because the issue with like cleansing when you already have the mold is that the mold is already there and you have to wet your hair to cleanse it, and mold thrives in wet and damp environments. Apple cider vinegar is more of a preventative measure to make sure you don't get mold in the first place. But when you already have mold, really the only way to get rid of it is to scrape it out or cut them off. Like, that's the one sure way to get rid of the mold, is to cut it out. I have heard of maybe like a deep cleanse. I was looking into like apple cider vinegar, baking soda, kind of a deep cleanse. But once again, like with the whole water issue of cleansing, like it's gonna be hard to really wash out mold. I asked him if there was a smell to the mold, because my hair didn't have a smell to it when I found it, and neither does his. I don't think that all mold is gonna have a smell, because some of this times you're gonna think that it's lint, but it's actually mold. But if you're looking at the pictures here, just to give you an idea, so this is his locks at a regular stance, and you can actually tell when the mold is bad is when you can see it from the outside. My locks, you couldn't see it from the outside, but here on Fresh, you can kind of see it, like right here, like there's little white patches that might mistakenly get claimed as lint. This is why you got to be very careful. It's not always lint all the time. Like, yeah, it would be mold in this case. Looking at another picture of his hair up close here, again, like white, like it looks like lint, like he just slept without a headband on. But this is lint right here. In fact, that's like blue. That's definitely lint there. But looking at the next pictures, you can see the mold actually where it would have been braided. This is the mold growing right here and here and here and here. And it's unfortunate because it happened when his hair was wet and he braided it up and he left it in, and he let it dry in the braids. When I was doing the braid locks, I did it when my hair was like 90% dry, but who knows, maybe even that contributed to my mildew buildup as well. I don't really know the direct source of where my mold came from when I had the interlocks, to be honest. Here's another pic. Like, you can see the mold and the dreads here. Like, to be honest, this is pretty deep in there because you've let it sit for so many weeks in a braid. another picture here. Kind of showed you that one already, but I think this is actually the worst of it here. You know what? I did come across a website. It was talking about dread rot on Google, and there was this thing here. I mean, I've seen worse cases of dread rot. This one's not too bad. I think there might be a cure still. But basically, this dread rot cleanse is talking about 1 cup of vinegar, 15 to 20 drops of tea tree oil, and 30 drops of grapefruit seed. Basically, you already had 2 out of 3 ingredients on that one. No amounts may need. It says here, pour the vinegar and the oils and grapefruit seed into a bucket. Submerge your dreads in the bucket for 15 minutes. Rinse well. Drain, sink, empty bucket. Repeat as desired. Yeah, it's not really much of a deep cleanse though. You know what? Like, they're talking about all these cleanses, but I truly think the best way, like this one here, is baking soda, 2 tablespoons, apple cider vinegar, lemon eucalyptus, lavender oil, and a cup of witch hazel. Okay, this recipe makes a little bit more sense to me because of the baking soda and the witch hazel, the apple cider vinegar. My dude, I would suggest you try more of a deep cleanse with these ingredients. Maybe this might deteriorate the mold a little quicker than the last cleanse recipe you were using. I mean, it's still worth a shot to try something else before cutting them in February, so maybe this would be an ongoing topic. This is actually why I wanted the viewers to let me know in the comments below, and for MC Fresh, and let him know kind of what he can do, and maybe we can come up with a solution to help him from having to cut off his locks. And that's the basis of this video, so hopefully this gets out there to the right people, and let's work as a team to help save some locks. Nas Gadamini. So one more thing here. This guy says complete recovery after dread rot. She says, oh, I cut one open to inspect. I was a dense white and green in his. After the entire treatment was over, I picked one out and there was nothing but hair, no fuzzies, no wuzzies. So what was the recipe? She didn't say. Alright, well, she didn't really tell us what she used. Added apple cider vinegar, water, lemon, and baking soda. Soaked my dreads for about 20 minutes and rinsed with water. Oil, apple cider vinegar, essential oils to balance the pH. Before the rot, I was gravy, washed every few days, at least once a week. We'll try to wash every 2 days. That's too much though. 2 days is too much because it's too wet all the time. It doesn't give it a chance to really dry. Well, she didn't even mention how she got rid of the rot. Besides that, it was a deep cleanse treatment. So anyways, that's a good subreddit as well if you guys are interested in looking for more content on dreadlocks. Reddit.com/dreadlocks, or subreddit dreadlocks, however you get to it. It's a pretty good interesting website. Okay, no, that's gonna be it. I'm gonna cut this video off here. Like I said before, help a brother out. Put your thoughts down below. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.